Hello, hello, hello. It is Dr. Katrina Esau. I hope you are having a fabulous day. I am the creator and founder of the Whole Academy, Wise Healing Openly, Leaving Him Exalted. If you haven't heard by now, I am hosting an event entitled How to Heal Infidelity and Rebuild Trust, even if you are not ready. I hope you've already registered at this point, but if you haven't, I just wanted to come on for a quick minute and just encourage you to do so. One of the questions that I'm often asked is, how did you ever rebuild trust again? Like, I can't trust him, and you find yourself saying, I don't know, or I don't know if I could ever do it again. He lied to me. I asked him repeatedly and he still lied. And then when it came out, he had nothing to say. So how do you trust a person like that? I know exactly how you feel. I've been there. You guys have heard me share my story over and over again. 17 years ago, I had to deal with infidelity and cheating in my own marriage. So I know what it's like to be hurt. I know, the anger. I know the emotions that are all over the place. They come, they go. You're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to fight for the marriage, but it's just exhausting because of the amount of information that you're having to process. And it's like, I cannot do this on my own. I don't want to trust him. I can't trust him. I've tried to trust him, and I've given him the benefit of the doubt, but still deep inside of me, I just do not trust him. Like, how did you do it? What do I need to do? Well, I am here to help you with that. And I will be hosting this event. It'll be via Zoom. We're still trying to be careful out here in these streets, but it will be on April 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be sharing strategies with you guys, all the tips, all the different things that I had to do. My prayer and my hope is just to cut your time in half. I went through this, and I promise you, probably the first, I don't know, 7, 8 years was rough. And then it was so rough because the first 3 we were separated. The second 3, he went off to prison. So, you can't really prove to me anything locked up. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but you're going to have to show me. And so 6 years of nothingness. And then when he came home, even though we had been having conversations, I had been visiting and all of that stuff, for the 3 years that he was incarcerated, it was just like a rush of emotion came when he came home. I had to relive it all over again. I had, I would visualize him with this other woman. Like, I would, get to certain places and triggers would happen. And I would just go into this deep, dark place. Like, it was a process. And so when I coach women and counsel women and they tell me it's been 6 months or it's been a year, just keep going. Just keep going. And I pray that you don't have to do 7 or 8 years to get it together, to get to that place called healed and whole. I'm hoping you can learn from my process. I'm hoping you can learn from my story. I'm hoping you can use the strategies that God gave me to overcome so that you can cut time in half. And then I come across ladies that have been in it. It happened to them 20 years ago and they just got stuck. They never did any work. They just don't trust, don't believe, and just don't know how they can do that. And so I don't care where you are on the spectrum. If you just found out today, if you found out last week, 6 months ago, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, the time doesn't matter. What matters is that you take action today, because you don't have to live the rest of your life feeling like you can't trust anybody. Because the thing about it is, yes, my husband did something and that's what triggered the whole trust deal. But the truth is, it started early. My inability to trust started when my dad left, when my dad and my mother divorced, because if I can't trust my father, how can I trust anybody? And so we have to look at stuff like that. And these are some of the things we're going to talk about in the class. Like, it's deeper. It's more than just what your husband did or what you're going through today. Sometimes you got to dig and see, where did this start? And, that was part of my process. I learned in my healing, I was able to connect the dots to where it started for me was when my dad left. I didn't realize I had unforgiveness toward my dad. I love my daddy. I'm a daddy's girl, but I didn't realize that I had unforgiveness toward him because he left us. He left us and he took care of another woman's children and her. Like, how do you do that? And so all this stuff suppressed, and then you add insult to injury, and then now my own husband is going to cheat on me. Come on. And so there's so much that I had to walk through and to learn and to unpack. Because the thing about it is you don't want to put new wine into old wineskins. You want to heal for real. You want to be able to deal with the issues at the root, so that whether you decide to stay or to leave, this is not about that. I never take a stance on whether to tell you to stay or to leave your marriage, but I want you as a woman to get whole, to get healed, to get set free, so that whether you stay, you'll be full, functional, you'll be present mentally, physically, and spiritually. Or if you decide, I just can't do it. I have a girlfriend that she says, Katrina, I couldn't do it. That's a deal breaker. It was a deal breaker for me too. But when you're surrendered, we each have different instructions. Sometimes we should have never been in it. And so if you decide that I don't want to work at it, I don't want to give him any more years of my life, I still need you healed and whole, so that when the next person comes, you don't take it out on them. You don't think that all men cheat. We hear it all the time. All men are dogs. That's not true. That is not true. And sometimes what has happened to us, we take it into other relationships. So you may have a gem on your hands. You may have somebody that is trying to treat you like the queen that you are. But because of the victimization and the hurt that you've experienced in other relationships, you're taking it out on that man and you're pushing him away. So it is always about you. My mission and my desire is to help the wife, to help the woman to get healed and whole, to forgive, to rebuild trust, to take care of yourself, to know who you are. And I'm digressing. This is supposed to solely be on the event, but this is what it's about. This is what I'm about. It's who I am. I have to be authentically me. So you're always going to get more than what you cut out for when you're dealing with me, because it's just my heart. It's my passion. It's the gift. It's the anointing of God that he's given me for the broken. And so I just encourage you, if you haven't gotten your ticket, get your ticket today. I want to see your face in the place. I want to hear, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, how you are turning your life around, how you have healed, how you're doing your steps, how you're doing the work, and you are a better person. That's my heart's desire, is to see you healed. And I know that if God did it for me, he'll do it for you. So make sure that you go, and I'm gonna just click and put my website here so that you know where you can go and get registered for today. Again, the title of the event is How to Heal Infidelity and Rebuild Trust, Even If You're Not Ready. I am equipped to help you do just that. I'm the woman for the job. I have been anointed for the broken, and I don't say that lightly or arrogantly, but I say it confidently, because I know who I am and I know whose I am. So thank you for tuning in. If it's not you, if you don't need to rebuild trust in any relationship, if you don't need to heal, hey, share it with a friend. Everything is not for everybody, and I get that. But there is somebody that needs it, because the truth about it is infidelity. It hits every 1 in 2.6 couples. So that's 1 in every 3 couples have experienced this. So I know somebody, even if it's not you. So share the good news. Go ahead and register. Don't delay. Don't wait till the last minute, because the seats are limited, because I want to be able to share the information with you. But if God shall show up and say, hey, do this, do that, or the third, I want to be able to do that. And so thank you for your time. And I look forward to seeing you and helping you to rebuild trust, so that you can have fruitful and vibrant relationships across the board, not just in your home, but all of your relationships, so that they can be healthy and that you can trust people and not think that they're out to get you. Have a great day. This is Dr. Katrina Esau, the creator and founder of Whole, Wise Healing Openly, leaving him exalted.